everyone, and welcome to the Something in Mimosas podcast, a show where we share powerful life lessons, a few laughs, and empower women while sipping on mimosas. Now, grab some orange juice and champagne and welcome your host, Gail Dudley.
Welcome, everyone, to Something in Mimosa. This is your host, Gail Dudley. I'm sure by now you have your mimosa in hand, but I have the latest recipe for you. Yes, I do, y'all. This is a blueberry mimosa. Y'all know that sounds good. Go ahead and get your champagne flute. I want you to take some sugar and put it on the rim. I want you to fill up half of that glass with champagne, or if you don't want it spiked, go ahead and get you either some sparkling cider or some soda water. Although, trust me, y'all want the champagne today. You're going to get some blueberries. If you don't already have them, just reserve this recipe for later. But you're going to take some fresh blueberries. You're going to pop them in the freezer for about 24 hours. When you pull them out, you're going to drop about 5 or 6 in the middle. And then you're going to take some blueberry frozen puree and put inside it as well. Trust me, y'all, this stuff is the bomb. Now, if you want to make it a little spicy, you're going to take just one basil leaf and put on the top, or you can put one mint leaf on the top. Y'all, it is so refreshing. We are getting that time where mimosas are in hand. But okay, I know some of you are probably saying you don't have the blueberries hanging around the house. No problem. Just go ahead and turn up with your orange juice and your champagne. Let's go ahead and raise that glass because we got someone to share with you today. Actually, we got two somebodies. We're going to talk about Runway Rhythm. If I can say that real fast, we're on point. And no, y'all, I'm not already drinking my mimosa. I'm waiting for all of you to join in the party with me. So again, it's called Runway Rhythm. We're talking music and fashion today. I have with me, and you all going to get so excited. So hopefully you're someplace special where you can start taking notes or turning on your music, doing some jamming or whatever that is. But first up, I have Quan Hao. He is a Grammy Award winning artist. Let me tell y'all, he became famous for leading Hold On, Change Is Coming with Sounds of Blackness, and he's also been with Tyler Perry's Medea Family Reunion. He has a segment called Cheat Day. He was on Sunday Best, and he should have won, and so much more. And that would be Quan. And that would be Quan laughing, but trust me, he should have won. I was tuning in every Sunday. Then I got mad and I gave him up. I haven't watched them since you lost, Quan. I haven't watched them since you lost. So you know I'm a loyal fan.
You are loyal. Listen, you're a loyal sister. You're not no fan. You're a loyal sister.
Yes, I'm a loyal sister. I'm still mad at him. So let's not even go there. But y'all, Quan's fashion is through the roof. Oh my gosh. It is through the roof.
Trust me, I'm about to take it to a whole nother level here in about another month.
And I'm scared. I'm scared of that. Yeah. We also have a newcomer to the scene, although I don't think he's really a newcomer. His name is Voice Veray, aka Levante Brown. He's only 25 years young. Voice Veray sits as the CEO of his music label, Voices Choices Studios. Say that real fast. And he has amassed over 50,000 supporters across all social media platforms. So y'all, already we're going to have to bring him back to just talk about that. But today is Runway Rhythm. He has been successful in his musical journey of mastering the art of sound engineering, mixing, and mastering to produce premium quality music. His designer clothing, and trust me, y'all, throw out everything else. You need to get this label. His designer clothing line is the next big thing. His most recent masterpiece is Flesh. It's a touching musical inspiration and message for the youth to not give up on faith for the Lord through these hard times. Voice Veray is an independent music artist hailing from Columbus, Ohio. Ohio.
Yeah.
He is not the typical rapper, as this artist specializes in gospel rap and clean, hello somebody, clean, positive music. Praise Jesus for that. He has a strong dedication to creating sounds that will spiritually touch and awaken listeners. He's also possesses a unique and versatile sound while touching on different genres, including R&B, soul, rock, country. Hello, country. So all of y'all come on back to the table. Some of y'all heard rap and went away, but now I'm telling y'all country, pop, reggae, and more. The talented musician is skilled in mixing, mastering, and engineering music. He established Voices Choices Studio, which caters to gospel musicians. His music label strives to provide high-quality music that leaves a lasting impact on the listeners. Now, y'all just said a whole lot about Voice Veray, but let me tell y'all, the fact that he is associated to Quan Hao says enough. Says enough. And y'all can already tell we're about to cut up. So go ahead. We're going to pause momentarily so you can go ahead and turn up that mimosa. Go ahead and refill it if you need to. And for those of you who are saying, oh, I just don't want to drink, that's okay. You can do it, not spiked. Just go ahead and get your sparkling cider. But trust me, today you're going to just go ahead and move on over to the champagne, but it's all good. So, gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Something and Mimosa.
Thank you.
We're not going to play around. I got a question for you because I've seen your product, Voice Veray, and Quan, I've seen you slam. You even make jeans look like it's $1 million. I'm like, what? What?
I owe you $50 when we get off this phone.
look, and I'll take it. Just cash at me. I will take
Listen,
it.
okay.
I could buy a shirt, something, so I can try to look like you. So y'all, today's segment is Runway Rhythm. Now, tell the audience, and y'all can feed off of each other, and I'm going to jump in here and there, but tell the audience about your runway rhythm and why it is important to have a unique style. Now, before you answer that, I want to also couple that with when we talk branding, should runway rhythm be a part of our overall theme? If so, why? So let's go.
Well, I think it's important, and because, like I've always shared with the young people that I mentor, Voice Veray, he's not only one of my mentees, he's a business partner of mine. How when you go into a room, you are to captivate them like right off the bat with your fashions. And because that leads to other things that you might want to discuss with anybody. And you know me, Dr. Dudley, if you hanging out with Quan, I don't care if I'm taking out the trash, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm gonna make sure I'm coordinated at all times. And it just kind of creates an energy in the room where, like I said, people become inquisitive with, who you are. It took me a minute really to learn what works for me as far as with my clothing. The essential thing is that I make sure that before I do anything, I put my clothes on to see like how it's going to look before I step out.
So do you go by look or by how you feel?
I go by both because the look could be right, but if I don't feel it, then I might not do it. It has to be a half and half for me. And a lot of times it's more so the feel than it is the look. But I do make sure that I put everything on so I can see if it's feeling right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let me ask you this question. Now see y'all know Quan opened his mouth, so I'm gonna have to go here. So Voice Veray, I'm gonna come back to you in a moment. But Quan, last year we were on lockdown. Now we came out in our leggings and t-shirts, no makeup.
Yeah,
our hair was
that was y'all. That was y'all. That was y'all.
So even in a pandemic, you dressed?
Yeah, I've really dressed in the pandemic because I ain't had nowhere to go. So, I would put on a bad outfit just to go to the grocery store. I mean,
So
you
were you
know.
one of those who were getting dressed up going to the mailbox? Tell the truth.
Yes, I was. I
Oh
was.
God.
I
Oh, I
was.
learned something new about you today.
Well, and then too, around that time, I started to lose a lot of weight. And so
Okay.
then I could fit into clothes a lot different. And I think that's where it sparked for me because I became more intentional with matching up stuff. Then this year, I could see one thing and remember pieces that I have in the house and put them together. Now, the other thing is my business partner, Voice Veray, he's so swagged out that I can't let him outdress me. So I really got to make sure my outfit is together.
Well, now before I even go to Voice Veray, so just hold on because I'm headed to him next. But I got to ask you this question, and I know all of you listeners are probably with that glass in your hand right now because I have my glass in my hand at this point.
Okay.
And this is this question. Hello, somebody. Did
Hello.
you say you lost weight? Now the people in the pandemic are about ready to throw tomatoes at you, Quan, because we all gained about 30 pounds.
That's y'all's fault. It ain't my fault. Listen, I looked at how my belly, Gil, it was because mentally it was so much going on.
Okay.
And I just figured, well, let me walk, let me enjoy outdoors. And so I was doing a couple times a week. And then, I started lifting weights and doing push ups and jumping jacks. And for that time, I became a vegan. And really, right now, I'm slightly vegan versus eating healthy. I just feel like when you take care of your body, you feel good, you dress good, it exudes an energy that's unmatchable. And so
Wow.
that's where I'm at. So that's when I said I'm about to take it to another level. About another month or two, I'll be wearing exclusive pieces from Voices Choices Studio and
Okay.
some other designers, some other black designers that I have partnered up with because I love to dress. And I'm an entertainer and
Okay.
I'm a singer. And I just love, to be honest, feeling fabulous every time I go out this house.
So you said vegan and eating healthy. Are mimosas on your list?
Once on the weekends.
Okay, so it's Friday, y'all. We can do it. It's cool. It's
Yeah,
Friday.
it's
Okay.
Friday. This mimosas is good, so I'm straight. I only I'll drink a glass. I don't go overboard. I try not to, and if I do,
Okay.
I make sure I'm in the company of people that can look out for me and protect my integrity.
All right. Well, voice Everett. Am I saying that correctly? I just need to make sure I'm saying it.
Yes,
All
perfect,
right.
right on point.
So, how did you get into your business of Voices, Choices, and Studios? Because I looked at your backpacks, I looked at the slippers you have, I've looked at several things, and these things are top notch, amazing.
Thank
So,
you.
talk
I
to us
appreciate it.
about your products, please.
Okay, so I always had a passion for music, but I also had a passion for art. So I used to draw a lot when I was younger, and I wanted to take that to another level as far as fashion because I also love to dress, and I knew I was gonna do it, but there was no better time for me to do it. But 2020 is really when I started to go crazy with the merchandise. I had a bulk order of face masks, and I ended up selling out of those face masks in about 3 days. And that's really what it just sparked my level of passion for the fashion, that much more. And then from that point on, I'm like, okay, well, I got things to go with it: joggers, hats, shirts, and it did pretty well. And in counting, and furthermore, moving up into the more intricate pieces like the socks. I have like the bags you saw, the purses, and a whole bunch of other stuff in development as well. I felt like all this other stuff that we're wearing is great, and it just came to me like I always had this passion for fashion. Why not make my own? And that's where it all started.
I love that because I'm even looking at, for example, the phone cases,
Oh yes.
the watches. Those watches are bam,
No,
Oh
boom,
Gail.
yeah.
No,
Thank
Gail.
in
you.
your
You ain't
face.
seen nothing until you seen this. He designed this purse.
I'm
Oh
looking at the
yeah.
purse. Is that the
No,
black
no,
one?
no,
Oh yeah.
no. This is a new one.
You talking about the exclusive one? Yeah, that one. Okay. So what he's referring to is this piece that is a whole nother level of superior quality. It's 100% genuine leather, handmade from overseas. It's an exotic piece. And I have
Wow.
a select few pieces that have yet to touch the market. So once that hits the store, I feel like, that's going to be another wake up call for people.
Wow. Because I mean, I'm seriously looking at this thinking Saks Fifth Avenue,
Yes, ma'am.
Von Mar, Neiman Marcus if they weren't closing their doors.
All right,
I mean,
right.
this is amazing. So what motivated you to keep going now that you are doing exclusive pieces? Just share with the audience, the listeners, and I know they're probably sipping on that blueberry mimosa right now.
Mm.
Share with them because they're drinking, so they're ready to buy too. So,
Blueberry. That's funny.
So
Yeah.
share
I'm trying to figure out when is Neiman Marcus closing. Did nobody tell me that?
it's out there as they filed their was it bankruptcy or whatever.
We need to go praying and fasting. Okay, now next question.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So just tell, like, okay, you're 25.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I can see you in some major stores like immediately.
Thank you.
So do you have those people helping to pitch to these stores and getting your product out there? I mean, I don't want you telling secrets because that's nobody's business, but share with us what you can about what, like your vision, your dream, what do you see? Because somebody could be listening who could say, hey, I can help him out immediately.
Right. To touch on that, I do have a lot of blessings and things of that nature going on the back end, as far as, and people wanting to invest and whatnot. So we'll let God lead the way and watch how that turns out. And furthermore, you mentioned these stores, Neiman Marcus and Von Mar, but Saks Fifth, speaking of Saks Fifth, when I was selling the merchandise, the masks last year, I ended up actually selling some of the masks inside of Saks Fifth Avenue. That right there, it just gave me a boost of passion. Like, and it just, I started, designing more and more and more. But really, what made me want to do this in the first place was, just having my own brand,
I like that.
my own luxury made the way that I wanted it to be made. There's certain things that I haven't seen, and with it not being out there, I want it to come to pass, And that's something that some of these pieces that I'm talking about still have yet to touch my store, the market in general. I have not seen certain pieces of, what I want to invent for the world to see. So really the inspiration, it comes from, like, when you see the glamour of people when they wear what they wear in these music videos and whatnot. Most of the people that see that, they'll go and buy these pieces of merchandise because they've seen someone else wear it.
Right.
But they don't have no real historical background on how these pieces were founded. They don't really have a true understanding of what was the creator of this brand's, what was their inspiration. What's so special about this brand versus this brand and whatnot. And, people are just buying this, buying that, for the most part, just because, they want to say that they got it, which, these pieces are luxurious, but I feel like it's deeper than just having it. There's a big reason why you should want it.
Okay.
There's got to be a reason why you want it. There's got to be there's more to it than just buying it and wearing it a couple of days and then you just put it to the side, just for it to collect dust. I see, for what I'm bringing to the table with my brand, luxurious pieces like this, I feel like it's not only going to change the fashion, but it's going to change the level of creativity of what we see. I want to do stuff like, not only will these pieces, just look glamorous, but they'll have certain leverage tied to them. They'll have they'll have certain types of effects, like, that might be able to help you with some health benefits and stuff like that. We got all this technology nowadays. There's hats out there with lights on them now. You know what I'm saying? So just having that level of creativity and then you combining it with technology, I feel like that's like one of the ultimate levels of fashion. They got shoes out there that tie themselves up now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, for me, things that I haven't seen that the world's done. I want to be the first to do it because it's going to be done the way that I want. And then also the inspiration behind it goes back into the creative aspect. I feel like God blessed me with the power to create certain things like no other. And, you know, once I saw the results I was getting from just testing it out, because I didn't really think it was the time to do it, but it definitely was the time to do it more than ever. Everyone needed a face mask last year, so I was just like, yeah, let me go ahead and do it. And it happened. So
I like everything that you're saying too, because and Quan is a proponent of this, and we've talked about this even last year and probably even the year before that. But it's time for Black and brown businesses to rise up. And what you are offering, I think is on time. And I also think that people are now open and seeking, not just other Black people buying Black products, but I'm seeing the world opening up to buying Black products because I think they're seeing our struggle. And at the same time, what you just shared there is a whole business plan.
Oh yeah.
And people should be ready to invest in that. Me personally, I am tired of, as an African American female, trying to prove why somebody should buy my product or somebody should buy my service. It's like, why am I jumping through extra hoops to do this when we should just go ahead and avail ourselves? Well, with the time that we have left, and Quan, I'll bounce back to you for a moment. When we talk about Runway and Rhythm, you also have a rhythm. I know your music. I hear your music. I've seen you. We've been in church together. When I see you on social media wearing, let's say, like when you were traveling, you had that amazing bright green jacket and pants on, and you were banging, brother. You were banging. But I can also see your rhythm coming out of that.
Well, that all exudes from just energy of loving yourself
Okay.
and just, real talk, knowing, as Nicki Minaj says, I could be simple, but why not be stunning? Why
Wow.
not put on my best? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm a king's kid, if we really want to be technical about it. And
Right.
why shouldn't I dress like I'm royalty? Why shouldn't I dress like I'm a part of a royal family? And I've just fallen in love again with dressing. I used to like to dress, but now it's something different. I'm excited to incorporate the Voices Choices studio pieces into my wardrobe because I think that will show a lot of success for, or a lot of notoriety for his brand. And as you had asked earlier, you was like, well, who's helping you? I've been doing some work with him to get more people to recognize him, especially in Columbus, his base. You always got to build a base and then you expand off of your base, and that's how you become large. So that's what
I
I'm
love
working with
that.
him to develop that aspect. So, everywhere around in Columbus, everybody got a purse, some socks, some underwear, shorts. He's got bedspreads. He's got everything
You got
to.
bedspreads?
Got comforters and pillows. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
wow. Okay. Oh, wow. We're
It's,
talking a boutique right here. We need to
Yeah,
just
he's major.
forget Saks and Neiman's, and we just need a house for Voices Choices Studios. We just need a house. They come. You know what? I got a vision. They come in. You give them a glass of mimosa. They start walking around trying.
Right.
And we got the music banging in the back. I see something here.
Well, that's one of the things that we're working on for this summer is to do a soft launch for his product. I'll have him, of course, I'm gonna sing his product, his music, because he's a rapper too. He's an incredible rapper, and his brother has an amazing Gail. He has an amazing wine collection that he makes wine.
Oh,
So he's in the process of getting his license for it. His wines right now are more fruity wines, but how he infuses them together is unbelievable. I'm telling you, I stumbled up on a gold mine.
Yeah, you have.
With him and his brother, and I put a lot of work in. You know me, if I feel you, I'm gonna put a lot of work in it. in you so the world will know. And I've made a promise, I'm going to take you as far as I can take you. And when I can't take you no further, then I'll hand you to somebody that could take you further than me.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Versary.
What you call him?
Voicerary. Is that
Voice
the name?
Veray.
Oh,
Voice
They
Veray.
almost wiped me out. Ow!
That's funny.
look, it's the
Yeah.
mimosa. It's the
I know it's the
mimosa.
mimosa. I'm filling my glass up now.
Mess up your
Voicerary. I'm sorry.
voice
Voice
ever Ray.
Everray. I
There
done
you go.
changed your name. I done changed your name.
She gonna change yours next, Quan. It's okay. No,
She
I'm
gonna call
playing.
me Juan.
Right.
Juan or Corn. Hey, Corn.
Voice Everray. I'm back on it.
Amen. There
I'm
you go.
back on it. So tell us, how
Oh
can
yeah.
people reach you? How can people reach you? We have an
Yes.
audience. We have thousands of listeners. We're on every podcast platform. How can people reach you?
Yes, you all can reach me at Voice Veray. That's VoiceVeray on all streaming platforms, on all social media platforms. Info at voiceschoicesstudios.com is my business email, and voiceschoicesstudios.com, which will be my website. And Facebook is my main following. My page is verified. You'll be able to see Instagram and Snapchat, everything. TikTok, my name's the same across the board.
All right, spell it for us again. Everybody put that glass down.
Put that glass
and
down.
Type this in that memo section. All right, give
yes,
it to us
ma'am.
again.
VOICE, that's voice, and then VERAY, it's one word. Voice Veray, voice shedding everlasting ray of light.
I love that.
Thank
All right,
you.
so y'all heard Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. You and the website. Give us the website again.
VoicesChoicesStudios.com. And also
VoicesChoicesStudios.com. Go ahead. I'm
yes,
sorry.
ma'am. Oh no, you're fine. So what I was gonna add to that, the meaning behind Voices Choices, basically it goes back into me saying a piece of it is, how there's certain pieces that I want to bring as far as merchandise and fashion that I haven't seen yet. So with me going by Voice Veray, voice for short, it's my choice on how I want to see it done. Same goes for when I'm mixing, engineering, or mastering a song, making a beat, some graphic design or even videography, photography. It's all coming from my choice. Really, I want God to give me the insight on the bigger picture, and then I just take it from there. So
Love it.
it's not just it's Voices Choices Studios, but it's from the Holy Spirit.
I
So,
love that. I love
amen.
that.
You see,
I
he
love
keeps
that.
me.
Quan.
He keeps me grounded.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Quan, how can people reach you?
Yes, you can reach me on Instagram. My Instagram name is I am Quan Hao. You can reach me on Facebook, Quan Hao. You can reach me on Snapchat, Quan Hao. You can reach me on Twitter, Quan Hao. I'm just a simple kid that you can just, you can reach. And we making some noise out here. I count it an honor and privilege to be linked to Gail Dudley and Voice Veray, people that are making this move forward to the future to make some noise. So that's how you reach
You
your
know
boy.
what? I'm gonna say this. And thank you for that. And I'm gonna say this. It is, and this is gonna tick some people off, but I'm drinking a mimosa, so I don't
Yeah,
really
girl, go
care.
ahead. I got your
But
back.
I
What?
know you do. But this is what I'm gonna say. It is time for some people to move out the way. And I think he is
Wow.
strategically positioning us not to be at
Wow.
all or not to be boastful, but in our humble but strong and powerful way. I believe God is sending a special anointing in this season.
Wow.
And I believe those of us who have been in the background helping other people and encouraging people are starting to pave the way. And God is moving the other folks out the way. And
Yeah.
I think these millennials are really coming through. And I think we have a responsibility, Quan, you and I and others in our age bracket, to make sure these 20-somethings are coming up. And if some people's feelings get hurt, well, they just get hurt. You know what? They've already been playing around, and some of them are doing okay, and some of them are just taking up space. And it's time for them to sit down.
Sit down, like take several seats.
Several seats.
But I'm going to hit this for 2 seconds. You dropped the nugget with that. It's time for people to move out the way. I felt that in my spirit. Seriously. Yeah. Yep. So I'm excited about what God has for all of us. And I know it's going to be great. Iron sharpeneth iron. So
that's what it is. Well, fellas, I am so glad you decided to hang out here with me today. I'm going to just have to bring y'all back. Thank
you for having us.
That's how we do it. Listeners, listen, if you have not tried that blueberry mimosa, you missing it. Again, you can do that spiked or not. But y'all know y'all can catch me. Don't forget, Monday through Friday, 7:25 a.m. Eastern time on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/news in motion. You can also check it out on the YouTube, which is www.gaildudley.com. And that's GAILD as in David, UD as in David, LEY. The website, www.gaildudley.com. And I said the YouTube wrong. That's www.youtube.com/Gail Dudley. I'm going to get it right somewhere. Y'all know my Twitter and Instagram are at Gail Dudley. Again, that's GAILD as in David, UD as in David, LEY. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, y'all, send me in those mimosa recipes. You know, you get gift cards here and there if we choose your recipe to be aired on this podcast. So send me those. You can send it to info@gaildudley, GAILD as in David, UD as in David, LEY @gmail.com. Until next Friday, we are out. You know what I say? Stay well and remember, make some moves.
Thank you for joining us on the Something in Mimosas podcast. And don't forget to come back next week. For more Something in Mimosas, follow Gail on Instagram @Gail Dudley, subscribe to Gail's YouTube, or visit us at gaildudley.com.